The end times are upon us. Hey everyone, welcome to Prince of the Gay. I'm your host Connie, and today we are here with my blind reaction to episode 11 of Heavenly Delusion. And the cold open kind of has a double meaning here, because next week is our final two episodes of Heavenly Delusion, at least for now, until we hear about anything more, if any more comes, provided there's enough in the manga and everything to cover. But the cold open here is also referencing what's clearly being set up to happen here. Heaven, or the Academy, whatever it's called, has now introduced some new younger kids whose appearance is very eerie and unsettling in its visual audio representation. It's presented in such a way that it comes across as a herald of the end times for whatever is going to happen here. And this is going to obviously lead to some of these kids getting out of here, probably some of them dying and turning into the man-eaters. And it's going to lead to pretty much everything that we've had set up throughout this season. We already know that the Heaven storyline takes place, like, prior to the events of the world's catastrophe and everything. Or maybe during or something like that. It's unclear, but it's around that time. It's well in the past. And we know that Maru has to be the child of Tokyo. It just seems like that's obvious at this point. I'm not sure exactly what we're going to find out here. But there's a lot of theories. I've been thinking about it, and I'm just gonna let the show speak for itself. I'm gonna see what it tells us itself, and with only these 3 episodes left, we're definitely not going to get all the answers. We're gonna be left hanging on some things, but I'm very curious to see what we do get answered, and what is left hanging for the future. I'm very excited though, because this has been really good, and I really hope that it does get a season 2 eventually. So, all of that being said, let's just get into this and see what this episode has in store for us. Hold up just a sec. Before you click that link down in the description below to get to today's video, I want to remind you of all the awesome content we have both on this channel and the Princess of Gaming channel. Let's check it out. And we are back, and we'll begin with spoilers in 3, 2, 1, now. So, we're definitely leading to the end of Heaven. Because, again, based on the fact that we know, like, Mimihime and whatnot and others are out there, and now we know, like, with man-eaters having been people before, and we're seeing, like, people in Heaven that have the same powers. We know that they're man-eaters we've seen. And so it's like, we're going to see whatever causes Heaven to collapse and fall apart and everything, probably right away next episode. And on the current day stuff, it looks like we're setting up for Kiriko and Maru meeting up with Robin at the, I think it's the other facility, because there is the Ibaraki and the Nara facilities, right? And I think the one they're at currently is Nara, if I remember. I think it said that at some point. Plus, it's always going to be the second one. It's like you have two facilities. Our heroes go to one of them first. It's not going to be that one. That's just how it goes. But Robin is there. Interestingly, why? Does he have some connection to the Ibaraki facility? I'm very curious about that. But we don't get a lot with the current day stuff in this episode. It mostly focuses on the heaven stuff. Um, we do see them like name their new van and like question about how to exactly say it and everything and like how to word it. But that's mostly it. It's very light on that. With the heaven stuff, we get to see like Tokyo have her baby, but I guess it's babies, and we were just not privy to the fact that there were two, which means Maru has like a twin out there. And Maru was on this journey to find like someone who looked like him, right? Then it's got to be his twin. I was thinking it was I was thinking it was Tokyo. I thought it was his mom, but I guess not. And then on top of that, we have the director, who's clearly insane, talking about using this Takara Academy to create heaven that's like away from and like betterment of the broken world outside. I don't know what that means exactly. Is she just like disillusioned with how humanity in the world has become and is trying to make her view of heaven? Either way, it seems very cult like, and they're talking about God and everything. So I'm thinking it's like some kind of like scientific religion cult bullshit. And we even see like from the like other people there that they're buying into it too. Like the engineers were talking about it. And it's like, oh, like we're building a new place here. And it's like, oh, I get that. I understand that. I'm all for that. But what about after? And the other one's like, oh, well, we're just going to spread it to outside the walls and everything, right? It's like this is very cult like. Where are they getting the kids from, I wonder? Are they kidnapping kids? Are they like taking them from orphanages? But we know that they had this entire thing. Takara Academy was like an entire organization. So they're probably not kidnapping them. It's probably like, oh, they're working under the guise of like this like private research facility that doubles as an orphanage slash teaching facility, and they're like working kind of with the government in a way to like pretend it's just that when they have their own secret motivations, and they're like bringing in orphans probably. That's probably what it is. Um, Also, we find out Mimi Hime has little flappy animal ears, which is adorable, but also confused me because I'm like, what? Wait, that's not just hair, flaps of hair. That's what I thought it was. It's like she has those little like flaps of hair on the side of her head. I'm like, oh, I didn't think much of it. It's just like it's just hair. It's just a design choice. But no, apparently it's ears. What? I don't think it showed that before. If it did, I somehow missed it. But yeah, that felt very new to me. um yeah, but we're also seeing like how Dr. Sawatari and the vice director, the assistant director. Um, Mind you, she just got the position, but I don't know what else to call her. I can't remember her name. But they're definitely working together, and we kind of got that vibe before, but now we're really seeing that they have like a full plan and that they're about to execute. And it seems to have something to do with like getting out of here. And I think getting the kids out of here. I kind of think that they're trying to put a stop to whatever the director's doing. But I assume they're also the ones behind the lesson that was talking about the outside beyond the outside and everything. And it called them Hiriko, which is the word that Maru uses for the man-eaters and all. And I think was said like that's what he learned from his teacher or something, who also, by the way, could absolutely be one of the people from the facility. What if his teacher, the one who's like, I don't remember if teacher is the word he used, but I'm just using that term. What if that was the assistant director? I mean, I don't feel like it would be Dr. Sawatari because I feel like he's seen Kiriko's picture, and if that's the same doctor, which it, considering we're learning about the brain transfer stuff here, it very much implies that it is. He would recognize him, right? Because if it would be one of them, it would have to be her. Hmm. And yeah, we find out that like the brain transfer stuff was created for like the director to transfer her brain so she could live forever. It was a way of like transcending mortality as part of their entire cult like desire to reach heaven and all, or create heaven, I guess is more accurate. But it's such a wild amount of information, and it makes sense. We're like not just in the second half, but we're reaching the finale of this series. It's going to present us with a lot here, or not the series, but the season at least. There's more in the manga, and the manga is still ongoing, so there's definitely more room for a future season. I just there might not be enough at the moment. Um, but at the same time, it's like there's a lot of information being dropped on us. And if we're about to see the downfall of heaven, I mean, it makes sense. But I feel like from here on out, even like when slash if we get another season, it's gonna still continue just dropping heavy information on us because it just feels like it's at that point in the series. Like we're gonna keep getting that like over and over from this point forward. I like again. I said in the pre thoughts, we're not getting all the answers this season. It's just not possible at this point. I'm really curious, like what we are gonna find out in these final two episodes, and what's gonna have to wait for now, and how it's even going to reveal stuff. Because like some things in this series have been revealed like more subtly. Like it's like, oh, we're not going to directly tell you something is the case, but we're going to make it pretty damn obvious through context clues and show don't tell. Like for example, it never directly said that the doctor in the current day, not Dr. Sawatari, the other doctor, and the girl that he was taking care of and everything, it never directly said that was Mimihime and the guy that she likes and everything, and clearly likes her. It never directly said that. But context clues, visual clues, the way certain scenes were put together and everything made it very fucking clear. It made it very fucking clear that they're the same people. Just, decades later. But it didn't actually directly tell us. But then there are some things that I feel like it is more directly telling us. Like the entire Dr. Sawatari thing. It's like I had already kind of like started to piece that together, but in this episode, it's like he's talking to the director specifically about the brain wave or the brain transfer. And it's like, we know in the current day that was done on Kiriko to transfer him to his sister's body. We don't know the details of why, but it was. Um, so that would have to mean that Dr. Sawatari is the doctor that Kiriko is searching for. That is what that would tell us. And that's, again, that's a lot more direct, because that's like it's pretty much spelling it out for us. Um, while it's like what I mentioned before, as well as the like the man eaters, the Hiriko, um, being these kids was more, again, show don't tell at first. Though calling them Hiriko now is very much directly stating it. So it's like it started off as show don't tell by like showcasing their powers and having us connect to the powers that we've seen these characters have in, or the man eaters have in like the current day. But now it's also directly like confirming that for us with the direct statement that they are Hiriko. Them somehow knowing that word, so they've heard that before. Or like have some innate sense for the word. It's really interesting. There's a lot that I'm still trying to figure out, of course, and a lot that I might even be wrong about. But I'm definitely thinking a lot about all of this, and I think I said this before, but I don't typically tend to do that. I'm not like one who's big on theory crafting, because I feel like I have this weird view of it to where it's like, oh, I'm basically spoiling myself if I do that. Um, which technically is true, but I admit is a silly way of looking at things. But also, you have to take into account as well that um, this is a series that almost requires it. This series is not just like a mystery. Like there's a lot of mystery shows out there that don't like need you to like look into that stuff too heavily. But this series is like specifically written and built on you as the viewer piecing things together based on, again, context clues and whatnot. It's literally leading you into doing that. That is the intent. And because of that, it feels like you almost have to. Because if I were trying to avoid doing that like I typically would do on a series, I feel like I wouldn't. I feel like I'd be a lot more confused. Like I wouldn't understand what's going on and stuff. I feel like it would be more of a problem. So it's like it's really confusing to me that this series is like almost requiring you to do that in order to fully grasp it. It's requiring you to pay like attention to that kind of stuff. Because I don't know if I can name another series that like fully does that. Like again, I've seen a lot of different shows that were very mystery oriented, and some of them do like want you to look into things to some degree, like Gravity Falls has the ciphers everywhere and all, especially at the end of each episode. But that's a little different because that's giving you like little puzzles to solve that don't really reveal everything. It more like just is a little fun like code to solve that gives you like a little word or something, a little phrase that usually just connects to things that have already happened. But yeah, it's like I really do wonder how this finale is going to go. I assume it's going to be pretty intense. I'm just wondering too. We know the director has not been having having the kids taught about like gender and sex and stuff. If Dr. Sawatari and the current assistant director, if they were indeed behind like bringing this place down and everything, and like again getting the picture of Mimihime in the shower to the one dude and everything else, were they also behind like secretly somehow teaching the kids about sexuality and gender? Like, my thought had been that they just learned naturally because it's just a natural part of human growth. But maybe they did something. Like, secretly. Because we know, like, other kids, like, were kissing and just straight up making out and everything. But are Tokyo and Kona the only ones who actually had sex? By this point and everything? Like, I'm sure, like, if some of them escaped, they might have had, like, relations after that, but I'm really curious. I'm really curious. I feel like there's a lot that I'm, again, still trying to figure out. So, next week, we're going to do the finale, the final 2 episodes, and we'll see how that goes. But hopefully we'll get a second season in the future, because this series is just really good. But tell me in the meantime, what did you think of episode 11? What are your thoughts on the reveals here, on the possible reveals, on what is being set up to come? Let me know your thoughts down below. No spoilers for the final 2 episodes or the future in the manga, please. But that being said, thank you so much, as always, for tuning in. I'm Connie, and I'm signing off. See y'all next time.